Hey, y'all, each week on The Sam Sanders Show from KCRW, we ask big questions and share hot takes about the pop culture we love.
Now that we have YouTube, we don't need any more biopics. If they've been alive such that I can watch them on YouTube, I don't need it.
I don't think that music is getting worse. I think y'all just don't listen to artists who aren't in the mainstream.
Taylor Swift, retire. It's time to retire.
The Sam Sanders Show from KCRW, wherever you get your podcast, and on YouTube.
Hollywood wasn't throwing the doors open saying, yes, Pepi Sonuga, we've been waiting for you. Hollywood is like, we don't need you. We've got 10 of you. So I had to have that faith in myself.
This is Life in 7 Songs from the San Francisco Standard. I'm your host, Sophie Behrman. This week, my guest is rising star Pepi Sonuga. Most recently, you may have seen Pepi in The 688 on Netflix, a Tyler Perry film about the untold story of the only Women's Army Corps unit of color to serve in World War II. She's acted in tons of other films and TV shows, the Hulu series Pam and Tommy, ABC's Queens, General Hospital, and before all that, Pepi was a little girl growing up in Lagos, Nigeria, an only child being raised by her mother, dreaming of a life as a performer in faraway Hollywood. As I'm talking to Pepi from her home in LA, it seems that dream has come true. Pepi Sonuga, thank you for coming on the show.
Oh my gosh, Sophie, that was the best intro ever. Thank you.
I'm so excited to talk about one of your most recent roles in Tyler Perry's The 688. It's a film that also stars Kerry Washington and Oprah. Did that project carry particular significance for you? I must imagine it does.
Absolutely, it does. It's the most monumental thing I've done in my life. It's the one project that was bigger than myself, just honoring the women of the 688 Battalion. Like, it's just being a part of history. This film was not about us as performers at all. It's really about the story. And I never knew about these women. A lot of people didn't know about these women. So I just think honoring our unsung heroes is something I want to continue being part of.
So I think I read an interview where you said that performing runs in your DNA.
Oh my goodness. If you spent a day in my household, you would see my mom is always singing. Her sisters, my aunts are always singing. When my mom was in high school, she was a stage performer. And that sounds very normal here in the United States. But for me, just knowing that about my mom in Nigeria, it was so wild because people weren't artists in that way. And I see a lot of it when I meet her childhood friends, and then they tell me like, oh my God, you should have seen your mom. Or like, it makes sense that your daughter does this because your mom was, and I've never known that version of my mom, but I can kind of see it. She sort of had all the tools, but maybe not the opportunities that I had. And also not like as strong as of a passion about the craft as I had. So I think she poured all of that into my DNA, and God sprinkled a little bit more, and I just ran with it. But on my dad's side, my great-grandmother, she was an actress in England. I'm just so fascinated that out of all the careers back then, someone in my bloodline was attracted to the arts.
So this is all a perfect transition to your first song.
Ooh.
You're 4 or 5. You're dreaming of being a superstar or a rock star. So you chose I Want to Be a Rock Star from the kids' TV show Barney.
Yes.
Tell me about that amazing pick.
Oh my gosh. I was so tempted to I want to pick the songs that will make me seem the most coolest to them, But this was the most honest. So when I was a little girl in Nigeria, my mom got a job at Virgin Atlantic. Virgin Atlantic came to Africa for the very first time. They were expanding their bases, and she was one of their first African flight attendants. And so when she would travel, I would obviously miss her, but when she would come back, she would always come back bearing gifts. And one of them was this Barney movie. And on the soundtrack, it was this song. And I'm telling you, it just really, like I said, there's something about being a kid. It really gave me permission, wow, okay, I'm going to be something other than what every Nigerian kid is expected to be, a doctor, lawyer, engineer. I'm going to be a rock star.
I could be a teacher, teach grade school. I could be a doctor, that would be cool. They both sound great, but they're just not right for me. You see,
Perfect lyrics.
I'm gonna sing a little song
And play my guitar, 'cause when I grow up, I'm gonna be a rock and roll star. You see, it just taps into a childlike version of yourself.
So were you a huge Barney kid?
Oh, I was a huge Barney kid. My mom always brought me back the tapes. And again, that probably is what sparked my love for being an actress, because in Nigeria, there's Nollywood, but they weren't child actors. That was not a thing. I'd never seen kid actors before. And it's also what made me, I think, fall in love with American culture, because ever since I was a kid, I just knew that I was going to end up in the States and I was going to be a performer in the States. And I think that all got sparked through Barney tapes.
So tell me more about your relationship with your mom, because she's the one who raised you, right?
Yes. My mom is just phenomenal. She's a super woman, she had to figure it out very young. Okay, she's got this young daughter. Her marriage has not been successful and she's had to pull herself up. So my mom was very, very resourceful. Even when we came to the States, being an immigrant, that's a story for a much longer day. But she holds all of that strength with still being so soft and so gentle and nurturing and loving. It was just really beautiful to learn from that kind of woman.
You shared a really sweet photo of you and your mom with us. I'm not sure exactly when it was from, but you just wrote, "There's a funny story from this day."
Oh, yeah.
I was curious what that is.
No, there's a really sweet story from that day. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my aunt had won Miss Nigeria. And one of her prizes was that she gets to go to the States. So she moved to the States. She got to start building a life in Los Angeles. And she was like, okay, Judy, come over, come live with me. You'll get to stay with me. We'll support each other. We'll be in this country together. So my mom wanted to make a move for a better future. So she was just gonna have to try to go and figure it out and then send for me when she got on her feet. And all her family had rallied around her and saved up money, gotten her the ticket, gotten her a visa, all these things. And the day that she was supposed to go, that photo was us hugging and saying our goodbyes. And I look happy, but that day was just miserable for me. And everyone was just kind of like, you've got to go, Judy. You've got to do this for your future. You'll come back for your daughter. And after that photo, maybe a few hours after that photo, before she's about to leave, she just said, I can't do it. I can't go. And then maybe 2 years after that, that's when Virgin Atlantic came around. And that's what got my mom to be able to still travel. And so she was able to get us to go to the States, but with me, it took a longer time, but then I got to come. So it's just such a special story, because life could be very different for me just in those few years that I wasn't with my mom. So
when you were around 10, 11, you and your mom moved to Los Angeles, and you picked a song that you listened to a lot during those first few years in LA.
Yeah.
So what did you choose?
I chose You Gotta Be by Des'ree. And oh gosh, I was so in love with That's So Raven. And I discovered this song on her soundtrack. And, being an only child, being an immigrant, being young in the United States, there were just so many variables and so many things that were coming at me at the same time. And I really leaned on teen TV and teen music, because that's what spoke to teenagers and it spoke to preteens. So this song definitely got me through just feeling whatever I felt.
You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together.
Some of those lyrics speak so much to probably what you were feeling. You got to be strong, you got to be cool, you have to keep it together. Tell me more about those first years on you.
It is sad to kind of be torn away from your support system and I had a huge family, and you're kind of, while Africa is community, America is more individual, and, go out there and succeed. And there's the thing of the latchkey kid and all of that. So whereas that was never a thing back then, there was always someone in my house, aunties, cousins. So, but it was a lot of fun. Like I said, I was really in love with America from like teen TV and Disney Channel. So I was in love with immersing myself into American culture.
When you think of Disney, you think of these sort of idealized worlds sometimes, How were your expectations challenged?
The real world is never going to be as glossy, right? Especially now working in film and TV, I see how much effort we put into creating a romanticized world of anything that we do. So if we watched only Harry Potter, we might think England is a certain way, or Emily in
That'd
Paris.
be great.
That'd be great, So I think America definitely challenged my views. You get to see the kids in America, that they're not like Disney kids who are like super friendly. And, if there's a bully, everyone is kind of like, hey, man, we are not going to do that. And things weren't black and white. The boys are not just like, I like you too. Let's be together. You had to be smart and you had to learn a lot of things. So Disney, yeah, they setting us up for failure a little bit. A little bit.
You mentioned bullying. Is there a specific story where you ever bullied?
I got teased about my accent and all those like very normal things that kids would do when you're a little different. But also in Nigeria, it wasn't just the States. Like even in Nigeria, I remember always being very artistically inclined and not very math and science inclined. And Nigerians are very, 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 we value mathematics, science, just smarts, And I just was not that. I didn't have the interest in it. So I do remember being teased about it as a kid. In the States, you get teased when you're like doing your homework and you're always putting your hands up too much, In Nigeria, you get teased when you never know the answer. Like every time they call on you, you don't know the answer, dum-dum. So that was a little tricky. And I think I kind of grew up thinking that I wasn't as smart as I now know that I am,
Mm-hmm.
So when I grew up and I saw the value in art and English and all of that, then I saw the value in myself too.
Your next song kind of draws perfectly on that angst and emotionality of that age. It's This Is What Makes Us Girls.
Yes, so good. So good. I love Lana. I had to put her in there. Her whole album, that first whole album could just be my whole soundtrack. But This Is What Makes Us Girls it just reminds me of all the pivotal moments of being a young girl, the intense friendships, the heartbreaks. And it's funny because the song started to really resonate when I became a woman. And I had to, maybe make certain decisions about who I am, what I value, the kind of friendships that I value, who I want to be as a friend to my friends. There was a grieving and a mourning that occurred for the childhood version of myself.
This is what makes us girls. We all look for heaven and we put love first. Something that we die for, it's a curse. Don't cry about it, This is what makes us girls. We don't stick together 'cause we put love first.
I absolutely love that lyric where she says, we don't stick together because we put love first. It's so funny because all this time I thought the lyric said, we all stick together because we put love first. And that is how I am. I'm like, we're sticking together. I can find another guy. I can never find a true friend. That's how I've always been. And I think when I was doing my research to get my songs for you guys, I was looking into the lyrics, and the lyric actually says, we don't stick together because we put love first. And if I'm being honest, while I've moved with the first lyric, sometimes when we were younger, there are a few friendships that fell apart because of that very lyric, whether someone likes someone and they like you, even if you don't like them, and it's awkward, or there were just so many silly things that occurred because of boys when we were young girls. And that just is not a thing in my adult female friendships anymore. So I just love that lyric. It's great.
That's so poignant. It's really resonating with me. I think people don't talk about losing friendships enough and the heartbreak of it. You know, it's always like, oh, if you break up with someone, then you can mourn. But if you lose a friend, it happens in a silo.
I have actually found that in my life, the female friendships have been the only heartbreaks, because a piece of me wasn't giving my heart away to men when I was young until a man gave his to me and committed himself to me. So my fiance is the first time I'm this deeply, deeply in love. But every single friendship heartbreak that I had is still a little bruise, and I still think of her and I still wish her the best. And it's so sad because it's like, I love you, you'll never be back in my life. And that's just such a sad balance to hold. But I agree with you. Friendship heartbreak is hard.
Yeah, it really is. When we come back, Pepi talks about the original breakup that informed all the rest of hers. Stay with us. Hey everyone, I want to recommend a podcast. Hard Knocks is a show about resilience, self-discovery, and finding meaning after chaos, hosted by Amanda Knox. Each week, Amanda sits down with fascinating guests, writers, thinkers, artists, to explore how we learn, grow, and rebuild ourselves after life knocks us down. Amanda brings humor, honesty, and hard-earned perspective to every conversation, drawing on her own experience of being wrongfully convicted and rebuilding her life. Amanda was a guest on Life in 7 Songs in one of our most moving episodes, opening up about how music became a lifeline during her years of wrongful imprisonment. On our show, she spoke candidly about turning pain into wisdom, and also about how we're all so much more than our worst moments. If you liked that episode, you'll love her show, available wherever you listen to podcasts.
I'm Jesse Alejandro Cottrell.
And I'm Emily Dreyfus, and this is Pacific Standard Time.
We have stories from all over the state of California, all the big battles that are happening here.
Prop 50,
housing affordability,
tech,
and immigration.
And we're really excited to bring you the stories about how California is dealing with what it means to be alive in 2025.
Subscribe to Pacific Standard Time, a new weekly show from the San Francisco Standard.
We'll have new episodes every Wednesday starting November 19th, wherever you get your podcasts.
Your next song is tied to your parents' divorce.
Yeah.
What impact did that have on your own romantic relationships, their divorce?
Oh my gosh. This is the Paramore song, yes?
Mm-hmm. The only exception.
Yes, the only exception. What effect that had, I mean, I think when your parents divorce and you grew up with an only parent, it doesn't really matter how amazing that parent is. And it's so important that people know my mom is like phenomenal. But when you know that, oh, I've got a dad and he's far away or it does wear on kids. For me, it's like, okay, so I've got to learn how to be an equal partner and be like a loving partner. And I've got to learn how to have discernment on what a good man is, so that, because you could be the best partner and you choose wrong and it all falls apart. So all of that was the stuff I was having to learn.
And my mama swore that she would never let herself forget. And that was the day that I promised I'd never sing of love if it does not exist.
This song is just, it became my mantra for the kind of love that I longed for. It gave me the language for the love that I wanted. No matter if love was painful or messy, I believe that as long as it was healthy and as long as you had two people who were committed to doing the work, then I could have that dream love. So, yeah.
I am so struck by this certainty that you've had about your path, whether it's finding love or finding success. Was there
Yeah.
ever a period where that certainty wavered? A time where you
Oh my
felt like it would
gosh.
not work out?
Absolutely. It was during COVID. My faith really started to waver. I started feeling like time was running out. I haven't fully like gotten that battery back because after COVID, then we had the strike in my industry. And so it's just kind of felt like, hold on, God, hold on. You made some promises. Whatever God put inside of me that made me believe is outweighing the doubt.
You picked a song that helped you while you were grinding in the industry, pursuing your
Yeah.
career, but maybe still figuring it out. Tell me
Yeah.
about that song.
Oh my gosh, Charlie XCX, Dreamer.
Mhm.
It's my cool girl song. It reminds me to just keep going for it. It's kind of like a silent knowing that you've got what it takes. And it just perfectly describes my climb in the industry because like you said, I've always had this faith and belief in myself. But people don't always believe that. Hollywood wasn't just like throwing the doors open saying, yes, Pepi Sonuga, we've been waiting for you. No, Hollywood is like, nope, we don't need you. We've got 10 of you, So I had to have that faith in myself. And the song is just the perfect soundtrack for that.
I'm a dreamer, step out the beamer, about to do it big, stretch, limousine. I'm a dreamer, step out the beamer, angel in the clouds, rain down, best believe.
It's so good. And it's not even about the materialism. It's not about stepping out the beamer, whatever the limousine, but it's just like it's the swag, it's the confidence. And sometimes when you go through stuff in this crazy business, you're like, you know what? It's fine. I'll be on a jet plane soon. So, yeah.
Well, like, what is it like to be told explicitly or be given the impression like, oh, we have 8 of you? Like, what does that feel like?
I had that faith in myself. But eventually you're kind of like, no one wants me here. With Hollywood, with art, you really have to want to do it because there will be times when it seems like nobody wants you at the party. And you will be very tempted to say, maybe I don't have it. I've got to go. But you've got to have that faith. There's 10 of everybody in Hollywood. We're all human beings. Nobody's spectacularly different,
Okay, so you shared a song that captures your present moment, Ready by Thames. Why is this song the perfect encapsulation of where you are in life today?
Through my journey, I've been striving, climbing, seeking, and reaching. And right now, I'm in a place where I am trying to more so attract rather than reach so far. And I'm coming into my own womanhood and I'm in a new phase of my life. I'm planning my family, planning my future. It's a different era of my life. And this song reminds me to be open, soft centered. I've done all the healing and I'm just ready to walk into my season of everything amazing.
Yeah, I'm ready for the game and I'm bound to win. You know they wanting more when they speak on me. I focus on me, I got it in me. No fear in my mind, it's a new story. And now I move differently, I move quickly, I don't care anymore. And I'm giving it my all.
And you said you've done your healing. What have you had to heal from?
You can't come out of life with a clean bill of health without doing some form of healing, And for me, it's just like stripping away all the stories that aren't true. Like I mentioned to you before, a story that's like, I'm not very smart. That was a lie. That was an absolute lie. I'm not good at math. I never will be, and I don't care about it. That's the truth, But I'm very smart. I'm very capable. So there was a lot of healing to strip back the layers of all the things that I had adopted from the world that wasn't me at all. And now I just feel so much more confident. And I know that at 40 and 50 and 60, I'm probably going to listen to this interview and say like, oh, poor baby, she knew nothing, but for now, I'm smarter than I was at 20 and I'm happy. I'm just happy about that.
So we have one more song to talk about, which brings us back to your roots in Nigeria.
Yes.
I'm going to probably butcher the name of it, so I will let you say it.
Oh my God, please just humor me. You have to try, please.
Okay, I will. Oje Legba?
Oh my God, but good for you. That was a really good try. You even got the Gegba. And that's the hardest part. Okay, so it's Ojuelegba by Wizkid. This song, it just absolutely grounds me in where I come from. As you can see through this interview, I speak with a lot of conviction. I hope it doesn't come off like being pompous or too much confidence, but that conviction has just been like a God-given purpose tied to my country. I felt like early on I was making deals with God. You know, if you make my dreams come true, I promise when I get on the world stage, I will lift up Nigeria. I will help our country. I will help Africa in general. So this song is just kind of like, it's an ode to that mission and the dreams and my frustrations with Nigeria itself. And yeah.
From old dogs to do, we've been hustled to walk. My people dead, my people suffer. Them they pray for blessing.
Ooh, it makes me emotional. That's exactly how I feel. It is my biggest dream to uplift the place that I come from, because there's so many capable, brilliant, hardworking people back home, and I would have been one of them. And the only difference was that for some reason, God chose to bless me and bless my mom to be able to bring me here and give me these opportunities. And it makes me so prideful and happy, but it makes me so sad when I think of the little girl just like me who deserves everything that she dreams about too.
What would you want listeners to know about Nigeria?
Ah, why am I crying? Oh my God, this is so annoying. Sophie. I don't know why I'm so, maybe it's the music. It's the music. Because I talk about Nigeria all the time. But there's an unspoken energy in the country that you just cannot, I can't put it into words to describe it to you. You have to like land and feel it. There's so much love, talent, capability in Nigeria, plus that beautiful, vibrant energy. And at the same time, it's paralleled with so much missed opportunity and some poverty. So many of my family members have left Nigeria, and that's another piece of the part that saddens me. When I go back home, I still have some cousins there and everything, but it's not the big family unit anymore. Everyone's left to Canada, Switzerland, Texas. And so I just wish that we all had a home country that was doing so well that we didn't have to leave, because we do love it. We love our home so much, and it's just kind of like for survival that people leave. So, yeah.
Pepi Sonuga, thank you for coming on the show. I'm just so grateful that you took the time to talk to us and share your 7 songs.
Thank you so much, Sophie. Thank you. This was amazing.
Life in 7 Songs is a production from the San Francisco Standard. If you enjoyed this episode, you might want to check out our conversation with actor Josh Radnor, who's been trying to outrun the role he's most known for. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe and like the show, review the show. It makes a big difference for us. Our senior producer is Jasmine Morris. Our producers are Michelle Lanz, who also mixes the show, and Tessa Kramer. Our theme music is by Kate Davis and Zubin Hensler, and Jess Hutchinson created our show art. Our music consultant is Sarah Convection. Executive producers are Griffin Gaffney, John Steinberg, and me. As always, you can find this guest's full playlist at sf.news/Spotify. I'm Sophie Behrman. Thank you for listening, and